I guess I got some explaining to do. Yesterday I went out and checked the bulls out and I noticed something was odd about number 62. I don't know a pleasant way to say it, but he has what's called a hair ring on his privates. I don't know much about it, but I have read about it, and I do know it keeps them from reproducing. It gets in their way, and you got to have it removed. So I don't think it's a big deal, but it has to be done. So we're in the middle of breeding season, and I need all my bulls performing. So the vet opens up here in just a few minutes, so we're gonna head over there before I go to my job. We got number 62 here having a little difficulty. Well, I don't know if he is or not, but I'm getting checked out and make sure. I don't want to take any chances, and I'm getting him checked out because we're in the middle of breeding season. I don't need to find out next January if this guy had a problem when it's too late. So anyway, it's worth the visit. It's worth the time to take him over here and get him checked out. We'll see what happens. All right, so we got him in here and he's not cooperating, so they're having to get some high-tech equipment. He's being a little just like I'd be. I wouldn't want anybody messing with me down there. So anyway, got him in the squeeze chute. It's a nice setup here. They just won't cooperate. Will you, buddy? Well, this thing gonna cooperate. Appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Well, we're back from the vet, getting 62 checked out, and it wasn't good news. It was worse news than I thought, actually. So we took him in for what I thought was to get a hair ring removed off of his privates. It turned out that his privates are broken. My heart just sunk. I had this bad feeling in my gut. It was bad. Bad news. So I've never dealt with either of those issues before. He did have a hair ring, but in the process of removing it and getting him inspected and checked out, the vet said he was broken. So I've never dealt with either one of those. And does that mean he's hamburger meat? I bought this 2-year-old Angus bull, a fine bull, just 6 weeks ago. So we're only halfway through the breeding season, and I don't know how long this has happened. I mean, did it just happen? Did it happen on day 2? I don't know, but it makes me nervous. I do have 2 bulls. I bought 2 of them. I've got 44 cows out here for a 2-year-old bull to take care of, and that was why I bought 2 of them. So, man, this has just been a letdown. So, what's the prognosis? You know, I asked the vet, I said, well, does that mean he's ruined, he's done for? Do I take him to the sale barn to make hamburger meat out of him, or what? And he said, well, give him 2 months of rest with no interaction with the girls, and watch them close, make sure there's no excessive swelling or anything of that sort. So 2 months from now, the breeding season's over. So I've got a lot of thinking to do. But for for the time being, we're going to put them down here. This is right behind the home farm. This is kind of where we feed all the cows. You see the feed troughs in the background, and I've already brought 62 back over here. So this is about a 1 acre holding pen. So I'm gonna, I've got a water set up for them, and I'm getting ready to go get some hay. I'm gonna think on this for a while. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I'm definitely gonna talk around. So if guys, if y'all have any ideas, leave them in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Have you ever dealt with a situation like this? If so, let me know, and I will report back to you on what we decide. We'll be having some follow-up videos on this, because this is a big deal. You know, my herd, the livelihood, the future of my herd depends on these bulls producing, and I got one that doesn't produce. So I haven't actually, there's more to the story than this. Why I'm upset about this is because you may have heard in one of my other videos that when I started taking care of my dad's cows, we only had one bull. It was an old Hereford, but man, he's a hoss. He bred every cow on this farm here at the home farm, and so I moved him to the other farm and brought the Angus bulls here. Well, a friend of mine wanted to buy him, the old Hereford bull. So I said, well, you might get one good year out of him, and maybe you can get a bull off of him. And so anyway, we made the deal, and he took him to the vet. This was just last week. So he said, well, if you don't mind, I'm going to take him to the vet and get him checked out. And so he did. I said, man, yeah, I know, he's a stud, he's a good one. So he took him in there. He didn't pass his physical. Doc said nothing was wrong, but just couldn't get a sample out of him. Like you know, an old bull and an old bull who is currently on a herd. He said, you know, that's not surprising. So anyway, my friend's got the bull in isolation. He's letting him rest, and he's going to take him back next week, I think, to have him tested again. So like, my nerves are shot here. So I'm thinking that Hereford bull has been on that farm since January, first week of April. I think he's taking care of the herd just to find out the vet couldn't get a good sample on him. So anyway, this is just this is a day. So I'm questioning, did he even breed any of the cows down there? I just bought a young Hereford bull, but I was kind of expecting him to be my cleanup bull and just take care of a few cows that the old bull didn't take care of. So this is a mess. You know, it's all going to get ironed out. It's just a lot of unanswered questions right now. So I'm not gonna get too worked up, because in another week, my friend's taking the old bull for another checkup. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed that he checks out fine, and it was just that just a old bull is just not a good day for him to be tested. And then this bull here, we're gonna let him rest for 2 months. I'm gonna just have high hopes for the other young bull that he can take care of who's left in the herd to breed. And we're just gonna say a prayer and keep our fingers crossed. And come about November or December, we're gonna start finding out if I'm gonna have any calves on the ground, if these bulls did their job. So right now I got him in here. I've got the water set up, and I'm going to get hay. And then it is like 10 o'clock. I've got to get to my other job. So this was kind of a taxing day for me. Well, my string of bad luck continues. This morning I found out that my 2-year-old Angus bull that I bought a month, well, 6 weeks ago, has got broken private parts. And so I've been to work. It's in the afternoon now, and so I've got to get him some hay because I've got him in a pen behind the house. I'm letting him rest. So I've got to go. I had to get on the tractor and I'm going to get some hay for him. But also something I didn't tell you guys was I found one of my mother cows dead. She didn't come up when we fed her this weekend. So we went looking for her on Tuesday, yesterday after the storm, and we found her dead on the backside of the farm. Man, she was a perfectly good cow, healthy. Her number was 409, so that was easy to remember. So anytime we get them up, we always see 409, and she's always looked good. She's a 6-year-old cow. She had a calf about 3 months ago. Man, she's looking good. Just one of the cows, and I didn't think much about it when she didn't come up, but you know, it kind of concerned me. But yeah, so we found her. And by the time we found her, there wasn't anything left of her. Coyotes had already gotten to her, and she was just a skeleton. So when we do a head count, we always mark them down. And I noted in my little journal, and she came up just week before last. So you know, I can't explain it. I work full time during the week. I get to spend time with them on the weekends, but during the week, you know, they just kind of take care of themselves. So a lot of time went by that I didn't know she was missing. But even so, if I'd found her dead and all intact, I mean, I still wouldn't have an answer as to why it happened. But you know, it's a bummer. Man, she was 6 years old. She had a lot of life left in her. She was producing good calves. You know, she had a lot of years left in her, and it's just I hate to lose a calf or a cow or anything. And here in 24 hours, I've lost a cow. I found out my young bull that I just bought is unproductive, and like I said earlier, I'm questioning whether even my old bull was doing what he needed to do. So just a bad day, but you know, hey, that's life on the farm. You can't dwell on it. You just do what you got to do, keep going. And I've already talked to some guys about I'm either going to rent a bull to finish out this breeding season, or a guy's got a nice 4-year-old Angus bull for sale that you know, that I'm gonna continue to talk to him and see if that's the route I want to go. So a lot of things are, a lot of questions still up in the air. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, you know, but we're gonna move forward with this, and we got to keep on keeping on. And I gotta have calves, so we got to do what we got to do. But so right now, not only am I gonna get hay, I've got the hay spear hooked to the back of the tractor. I've got the bucket on the front, and I'm gonna bury this cow, get her out of the field, and then after I do that, I'm gonna take hay back to the barn. So I'll check back in with you. Well, that's a wrap for today with bull number 62. I've got him water, I've got him hay. He's isolated in this pen, so I guess this is going to be part one of several parts, because I don't know where we go from here. Tomorrow I'm gonna call some other vets and kind of get some second opinions on what I need to be doing. I've read some things on the internet, and nothing sounds like it's pointing to a good ending on this. Most of what I'm hearing is that you know, he just needs to be culled and sold, you know. So we'll just see. We'll report back in on another video, and just keep following us and see where we go with this. If you like these videos, subscribe and hit like and share it with your friends, and and just keep following us, and we'll see where we go from here. Thanks, guys.